What's up guys, Ben here bringing another video today. A couple of days ago, I put out a tweet asking people to send their predictions / hot takes and I would take a look at them in a video. I guess I'm calling this like hot or not, I don't know. I don't really have a title for this one. Let me know in the comments what you think I should tell these feature videos, but let's take a look at what people sent over and see if they're hot or not. All right, first up we have Charles coming in with Thieves don't win a major but end up winning champs again. Ooh, I think that's kind of a hot take. You know, for Thieves, I think they've got some stuff to work on in order to win kind of in the next few events. I can definitely see them being a champs contender at the end of the season, but for them to just win champs like out of the blue without winning an event, I don't know if we're gonna get that this year. I mean, you look at the last 3 years of the CDL, you know, Empire won events that year that they won, Phase won events the year they won, Thieves won last year. You know, the back-to-back could happen. I just think in the past what we've seen in not only CDL, but also the CWL era, like the team that wins champs doesn't just come out of a blue and just win the event out of nothing. Like outside of, I don't know, maybe like Denial and AW is like the only thing I can think of in terms of like a random win like that. But usually like they're winning at least one of their events. So hot take. Seattle Surge going on a historic run, winning the next 4 majors and then champs. Love you, Carson. That's my guy right there. But this is a hot take, brother. I don't think y'all are winning 5 events in a row and running the table like that. Zach comes in with the OPTIC don't finish inside top 4 this year, even after the roster change. A little bit of a hot take. I think they'll make it to a Sunday. Like even last year when they were playing kind of mad, they still backdoored a bunch of top 4s at the end of the year. So I think this is a hot take. My guy Jaden from NYSL coming in with the NYSL wins champs. It's a good prediction. I'll rank this a warm-ish take because it's a very competitive field right now to win champs. So I don't think anyone's a super lock to win. FaZe will fail to win again this year and the Terrorists will split up in the offseason. I think a little bit of a hot take. I do think FaZe will at some point, you know, close out one of these grand finals. I don't know if they're going to win champs, but the Terrorists splitting up, I don't know if I really see it. Those two guys have wanted to team with each other for a while. I don't think there's other teams necessarily that those players want to go to at the moment. So I don't know if I really see that. I'll say hot take. All right, my guy T-Dog coming in with a funny one. Breach, bring me on as a sub. Listen, love you, T-Dog, but as your CDL pal says there below, I think there's a little bit of a hot take, brother. I think you might need to stick to content. I don't think Boston's bringing you on as a substitute. My guy Andrew comes in with an interesting prediction about Beans. He's gonna have an incredible challengers year, but won't come on to the Boston lineup because they, you know, kind of play some decent placings, not great, but decent placings, and then he'll get on another team and prove he's better than Zen. I think it's a hot take because I can see Boston making a change, and I don't think that him being Zen thing is a hot take necessarily, but the first half of that is for sure. Next up, we have Secret coming in with a Toronto reverse sweep rocker at the grand finals of Major 2. So this would be a bit of a reversal from when Rocker reverse swept them at Major 5 in Cold War. Hot take. I don't know if both of these teams are making it to the finals, but to call a reverse sweep best of 7, 0-3 down, win 4 straight, I think that's definitely a hot take. Would be crazy if it happened though. All right, next we got my co-host, fellow foil, Mr. Patrick Price. Toronto wins champs, FaZe win 2 majors, Seattle blows it up, OPTIC doesn't make a grand final. These are Pat's predictions. As I scrolled down, my guy Turtle asked him if any of these are hot takes, and Pat said they are the future. Obviously, in Pat's mind, he's never wrong. He's just early. But listen, Toronto wins champs. I can see it. Not a hot take. FaZe wins 2 majors. Might be a hot take to some, but again, they keep making it deep in Sundays. They just got to be the best team on Sunday, and they'll win a couple of these. Seattle blows it up. I don't know about blowing it up. Maybe by Pat's definition, blowing it up is making one change, but like, I don't see Mac and Lamar both being changed on this roster this season. And now if he doesn't make a grand final, definitely a hot take. I think with the 5 majors at some point, they will figure it out and make a deep run. We got Ben Scrimbuck coming in with LA Thieves will win Major 2 because Draza will feel like home advantage with the snow and cold temps in Boston. And then his other hot take is OPTIC will be top 6 or worse at that event. So the second one, definitely not a hot take. We just got to see what lineup OPTIC fields. It might be a little bit of a throwaway major, but LA Thieves winning Major 2, I can definitely see it. Not a hot take. We got Sam coming in with an interesting one. Crimsix gets an offer to return at some point this year. So key thing is he gets an offer to return. So if someone hits him up, does that count? Because like, I think it's a hot take on its face. Like, I think Porter is done competing. But like, could someone just like hit his DMs and just say like, yo, you want to come back? Like, I could see it. But I would say like him coming back is definitely like a scorching hot take for sure. We got Tetra Pak coming in, my guy Boris, with a few predictions here. Minnesota will make a roster change after Major 2. Paris will be a consistent top 8 with a top 3 appearance at one of the majors. And Florida will not qualify for a chance, but will place top 6 at the next major. So I don't think any of these are necessarily like a super hot, scorching hot take. Like Minnesota making a roster change at their Major 2 if they play poorly, I could definitely see it. Paris being consistent top 8 all year, definitely can see it as well, because even when that team's talent is a little bit less than others, they are grinding out series and will convert a few of those game of 5s. And Florida not qualifying for champs is not a hot take. They didn't do it last year. I don't think they'll do it again this year. Mikey with a interesting one. Scrappy hits form and wins Major 2 against New York in a grand final. FaZe locks in 3rd, and London make a top 4 finish with a superb tank performance. Well, okay, so Toronto winning Major 2 versus New York, I could definitely see that. FaZe getting 3rd. They've been making it deep on Sundays, but I gotta say, London making a top 4 is a bit of a hot take with Maddie going off. Woo, that's scorching hot, ladies and gentlemen. That's scorching hot. My guy Anthony, the GO coming in here with someone from Challengers gets called up and wins Rookie of the Year over Scrappy. Ooh. Anthony, I love you, but I think at the moment, I gotta say this is like that hot sake take, bro. Like I think at the moment, Scrap's going to have such a good season. I don't know if someone's going to come out from nowhere right now and win Rookie of the Year over him. I think he's pretty much the hard favorite at the moment. My guy Joe with the Pred stays in Seattle finished 12th. Well, from what we saw yesterday, it sounds like he's staying. And them finishing 12th, I don't know. So 12th would be like they don't win and loses round 1. Which I guess, you basically finish in like 9th through 12th. It's not really like 12th necessarily. I guess it's possible, but I think it's a little bit of a hot take. We got my guy Devin with the, as long as TJ and Prelude are on their game, Vegas win the next major over Florida. S&D wins championships. Whoa, that's a hot take. Vegas, Florida grand finals and then Major 2. Wow, I don't know about that one. OPTIC doesn't make a change and smack through everyone, according to Joshua. I think it's a bit of a hot take. Their vibes are going to be definitely a little bit weird if they stick together. But them going a little bit of like we don't care energy run, I guess it's possible, but I don't see it likely. I think it's a little bit of a hot take for sure. All right, next up, we got Evan coming in with the Rocker will go 0-5 in qualifiers. I think it's a bit of a hot take. I took a look at their schedule and they have some winnable games. So I don't think them going 0-5 in qualifiers is likely. I think they're going to win at least 1 or 2 of those. So I will say it's a hot take. It's Bucket with this prediction. Vegas will win champs, 2 majors. It doesn't change your roster all season. FaZe places 3rd or 4th rest of the year. That's a scorching hot take. Vegas winning champs in 2 majors. So Vegas winning 3 events. Ooh, I don't know about that one. That's a hot take. For sure. We got Dingle coming in with NYSL win 3 events this year, including champs. Noted. Definitely a hot take. I think NYSL could be good all year, but 3 events, including champs. It's a competitive league. We'll see. We got Tyrannism coming in with an interesting one. By the end of the season, every single org will have made a change to their starting lineup, not counting injury, illness, and attempts to remain competitive in a hyper-competitive season. This is a bit of a hot take because we've gotten about 10-ish teams every year making changes. We've never gotten the full 12 they're about making a starting lineup change because, for example, FaZe has never made a midseason change in the history of their org. So I don't think this happens. I think at least one team is going to stick together the whole year. So I will say this is a hot take. Hunter comes in with a FaZe won't win a tournament. New York will do bad the next 3 majors. Vegas wins an event. Vegas winning an event, hot take. New York doing bad the next 3 majors, also a hot take. I expect them to do good at least one of those. I mean, that's like 3.5 months. So I think at some point they'll have a good weekend. And FaZe will win a tournament. I think it's a bit of a hot take. I think they're getting close. Their S&D looks good. Does need to play better on Sundays. They didn't play good at Major 1 Sunday. I think they could definitely win a tournament. Frequency with a super fire take. Haggy wins a ring this year. So Chris isn't even in the league right now. So you would say he would come on a starting lineup and do good enough to win a ring. Oof. I love my guy Chris. I think it's a fire take though. Fire take. We got Jack coming in with an OPTIC will consistently make roster moves throughout the year and fail to get top 4 at any event, forcing Scum not to retire and go for 1 more year. Interesting prediction. I'm going to say hot take. I think they'll get top 4 at some point. I don't think they're going to make like an LA Thieves in Cold War number of moves. And I think Seth is done after this year. I don't think he's going 1 more year unless they just like run the table right now. My guy Patrick Maloney comes in with a interesting prediction. 2 teams will blow it up completely after Major 2. Not going to say which 2 though. Listen, this is not a fire take. I think we're going to see a bunch of teams make changes in the beginning of February after Major 2. It'll already be kind of close to a third of the season through at that point. I think someone and 2 teams will likely make changes. I mean, we're going to see probably like 2 teams make changes now after Major 1, 2 definitely after Major 2. I think for sure. My guy Merc, aka Joe DeLuca, aka the GOAT of the Break Time Boys, says shirtless Ben should be a CDL staple. Listen, here's the problem, Joe, is that I took my shirt off at Major 1 and I got in trouble, so I don't think I'm gonna be taking my shirt off at future events. Hot take. My guy Connor coming in with this one. Rocker, Legion, Texas Thieves are top 4 next major, Seattle top 8 rest of the year, and Mutineers don't make it to champs bottom 2. I think this is a hot take because that is an insane top 4 the next event. Rocker, Vegas Legion, OPTIC Texas, and LA Thieves. Ooh, I don't know about that 4, nailing all 4 of that 4. And Seattle top 8 the rest of the year. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Hot take, hot take. My guy Joel, GOAT mod in my chat, dirty Arsenal fan, but we let that slide, comes in and says Scump will go out, never making the grand finals this season. Hot take. I think OPTIC will make at least one. I don't know if they'll win it, but I think they'll make one. I'm saying hot take out of Joel. And last but not least, we have the GOAT Crone coming in with one that definitely made Caesar Skies upset, as you can see there. NY don't make another grand final. You know, honestly, chat, I don't think this is a hot take. It's a competitive league. I think New York is going to be good all year, but it's entirely possible they don't make another one. I'm going to say not a hot take. And that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. Fun video. I think we're going to do those a couple more times throughout the season. Let me know in the comments what you thought about that video. Like for more, subscribe. We'll keep pumping out some more content for you as we get towards New Year and the beginning of the Major 2 cycle. So I'm excited for that. And as always, guys, we will see you on the next one.